This is my new to me 1977 Chevy K20 with a 350 SM465 MP205 14-bolt rear, Dana 44 front, either 410s or 46s in the axles, stock everything. It's the lowest trim model possible, but it's a camper special, which means it has some cool stuff. And I bought it for a good price from a friend who needed to sell it. It's 70s vintage all the way, including the awesome 1970s wiring. Goals. Oh, let me show you the rest of the truck. This was a San Francisco truck. It's got some good tires on it that are probably more than 10 years old. They look really good, but I don't think they spin true. I don't think they're round. And this is my buddy's truck that his uncle bought in 1977 to take my buddy and his brother camping. And it was used a lot for that. And it's got a pass-through in there that you can see to the camper so that they could talk while they were driving, which I think is pretty cool. Very 70s and 80s. A repair that was done at some point was house paint to try to stop the rust. Did not work. And this thing is just rad. It's a very, very cool truck. More house paint. The whole side of this is covered in house paint. The back is covered in house paint. Not great. I'm going to try to remove that, but it's more likely that I'm going to need to just remove all the paint and then respray it. It's going to be a project because there's just a lot of rust under it. There's also some rust on the bed. You can see there. There's also some underneath the cab mount area in the corner. And yeah, it's a project. Take you inside real quick. You can see some of the awesome wiring here. So, window cranks are gone, but those are easy to replace. The problem is that it needs new regulators, because right now this is being held up with this. So it needs new window regulators. Not a problem, not a big deal. Door cards are actually in pretty decent shape for being almost 50 years old. It's not a tilt column, which I may swap a tilt column into it, but the suggestion wheel, well, they don't call it a suggestion wheel for nothing. That's the play it has in it right now, and that's before you get on the road. Dash has been modified, so I don't have to worry about authenticity with old stuff there. There's a bunch of switches underneath that go to that janky wiring under the hood, which I haven't shown you yet. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, the inside of the glove box is gone, so the RPO codes are all gone, unfortunately. But it's an old truck. Also has factory tachometer. You can see there. That's where on the right side, that's where the fuel gauge usually goes. So pretty cool to have that. Red line looks to be 4,500 RPM. No, 4,200 RPM. Yeah, so red line's not very high. And the original AM, I think is that AM FM or just FM? No, that's original AM radio. That's pretty cool. We can work with that. Vintage 70s safety. Get this closed. Oh, what was that? I don't know what that sound was. Anyway, driving this thing down the road is louder than Roseanne Barr singing the national anthem, but it goes. Yes, I did drive it 20 miles home. Wiring. They went nuts with it. It's got some cool stuff about it, but it also needs a lot of work. The carburetor, honestly, the carburetor needs a rebuild. It's a Quadrajet, which is a good carburetor, and I'm going to rebuild it, just get it running. Later I'm going to EFI swap it, which will be the subject of another video. Long story short, Mega Squirt. So if you don't know what Mega Squirt EFI is, just go to Google, type in Mega Squirt EFI, and you can read about that. Basically, it's an aftermarket fuel injection controller, and I can just bolt in Chevy parts and make it work. Bolt in. It's a little bit more than that. But it'll be a fun project. I've always wanted to do a Mega Squirt EFI ever since I learned about it about 20 years ago. this thing needs help. It's going to get a lift, it's going to get tires, it's going to get steering, it's going to get shocks, it's going to get all the things it needs to be an awesome off-roader, which is going to be a lot, including probably a winch on the front bumper, and something similar to what I did here, but without the light bar. And I'm going to keep the, oh yeah, it needs a hood. That ain't great. But I'm going to keep these awesome lights up here, but they're going to be LED. And I'm just going to try to make this thing cool again. I mean, it's cool now. I want to make it better and fresher. And I want to make it reliable and I can, drive it anywhere. It's just going to take time. And I would love to keep as much of this patina as possible and not have to paint it, but we'll see. We'll see what becomes possible once I get into it. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. And if you liked it, hit like. Well, you know what? Don't hit like. Just enjoy it. And if you have an idea for this thing, put it down below. See ya.